Hi there, this is Ann O'Brien. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'd like to share a message about how to choose a healer with clean energy, or how to be a healer with clean energy if you're someone who's offering healing work or spiritual guidance or counseling to other people. It's really, really important. And I bring this up because recently I've not only seen people, in my personal life, but also clients have come to me, and they've come to me over the years, but it seems to be like a lot recently where they're saying, please help me. I used to go see this healer and I was traumatized by the healer. And I don't know, what happened, but that didn't feel good. And so I want to speak to this. And I share this after, well, it's been a while. I had 10 years of spiritual training, psychic training, and classes, and people are like, whoa, like it's more than a college degree. I didn't plan on it that way. I wasn't trying to, get a bunch of certificates on my wall. It's just I was interested in what ended up happening through all these trainings that I took in clairvoyance and energy healing and mediumship and spiritual healing. I learned a lot about ethics. I learned a lot about grounding myself and clearing my own field and how to communicate and how to sense if somebody's vulnerable or gullible and, how to adjust so that I am of utmost service. And that's something I'm very committed to. And I realize that not everybody who's doing this type of work has had that opportunity to have that extensive training. And a lot of people, they just start hearing voices or seeing pictures or recognizing, oh, I put my hands on somebody and they heal and they get better. So they go for it. And that's a wonderful thing. But what can happen is sometimes there's energies that get mixed in. Maybe it's a spirit that they're channeling that they think, oh, I'm hearing a voice, so it must be good, and it's not. Or it's maybe their own trauma, their own blind spot that they haven't worked through, and then they project it on their clients. And those are the people that come to me, they're like, oh, that didn't feel good. Part of the healing was good, but part of what experience was like icky. And it can be really, really hard because when you're going to get spiritual support, the last thing you want is to have more trauma mixed in with that. I remember when I first started taking psychic classes, it was, I believe, 1997. And I won't even say the town, but I don't think these people are around anymore. Anyway, I went to a school that was, claiming to be a psychic development school. And they started to say, Y2K is coming. You have to sell all your things and come traveling with us if you want to be safe. And I was like, whoa, and I've always had a pretty high truth meter. I'm not that gullible. So I was like, I'm not doing that. Sorry. I don't think I said that out loud, but I quickly exited. And at the same time, it was really challenging because they were teaching really amazing classes that woke me up to my capacities. Then I was able to see past lives. And then I was feeling like, oh my God, I need somebody to talk to about this. I just woke up these abilities and I wished I had a mentor and I didn't. So this is where I feel like as somebody who's stepping into a role of healer, mentor, teacher, guide, it's important to think about these things and to consider, as well as when you're looking for it. So if you're going to get healing and you're in a vulnerable place, be extra careful to check their ethics to make sure it feels really solid. If you are a healer, one thing we learned in my training was, I don't use this a lot, but it's one technique you could use is to close your eyes and say, how programmable is this person? And is it 10%? Is it 50%? Is it 90%? If it's like 90% programmable, you don't want to just give them a bunch of bad news and let them deal with it. You need to be gentle with that person versus somebody who's not so programmable. Maybe you can give them you can be a little more blunt. Right. So I remember another client came to me and he said, well, this psychic I used to go to said I was going to get cancer one day. I've been working with him like 15 years and he hasn't gotten cancer, but we've been working on his holistic health and, path of healing his body. So maybe we prevented the cancer. I don't know. Maybe it'll happen, but I feel like to give somebody that kind of prediction when they're in a vulnerable place is not useful. So those are some examples. I hope that's helpful. A few things to consider if you're looking for a healer or a teacher. Are they walking their talk? So nobody's perfect. I'm not saying they should be, but is their life in alignment with their values? Is their life, for the most part, in alignment with what they say they can give to you, what they're teaching you? If not, I don't think you're going to get what you need, even if they're wanting to, even if there's things that you like about them. Healing is a vibration. So I believe, and this is actually good news, that all it takes to be a healer is to be neutral in an area where somebody is not. All it takes is to not be triggered where they are. You're healing because we're already whole, right? So if they have some sort of blind spot that they're not seeing, and if they have some incongruence, if they're living their life in a way that's opposite of what they're trying to give you, their vibration is going to come through, even if their words are nice, or their healing maybe makes you feel better for a little bit. If they have unhealed trauma, are they doing something to handle it? Or just in general, do they have a practice? Do they have a teacher? Do they have a mentor? Do they have resources? Do they have a way and a commitment every day to clear and balance their own energy, to look at their own stuff, to own their own issues? Again, everybody's going to have issues, but are they working on it? And do they have a place to deal with that that's not in their session with you? And those are my tips. Oh, one more. If they tell you, like the psychic teachers that I first went to, all this bad stuff is going to happen, and the way out of it is to stick with me and do this and keep giving me money or buy my product, or, in that extreme example, get rid of your home and come traveling. Or if they say, don't talk to your friends and family anymore, they're not good people, they don't have the spiritual techniques that we have, be careful. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. And if you would like some training, if you're wanting to open up more to your intuition, I'm offering, starting in July, an intuitive training program. It's 6 months long. It's every other week. So the people that have done it say it's a really nice balance. It keeps you consistent, but it's not so much that you feel like you're locked in every week. It's on Zoom, and you can be anywhere you want. We're going to help you awaken your own intuitive abilities in a way where you're also going to get tools for grounding, balancing. How do you handle all the intuitive impressions and energy that you'll be receiving? How do you practice communicating it? How do you build up trust? How do you discern if what you're picking up is fear or hope or desire or true intuition? So those are just some of the things we're going to cover. If you go to AnnO'Brienliving.com/intuition, you can learn about the program. Feel free to send me a message on the website if you have a question or want to talk it over and explore. So have a beautiful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.